as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They'll send a tight end in motion right. They begin with a run by Miller. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
To the air is Rattler. He completes it to Wilson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now Rattler. It's caught. It's Miller. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing is Rattler. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Miller is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Groupie able to add the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. First carry now for Alexander Madison. Up past the 30, second down coming up.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Second down and 6 now. Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. That one's complete out to Michael Mayer. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This goes out wide from Madison. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second down and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his pass incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now O'Connell. It's complete. Abdullah. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force him to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the first down and get a fresh set.
Huge 4th down conversion. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Raiders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Rattler working out of the gun. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Rattler. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the gun, here's Rattler. A throw left sideline, falls incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 14. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Rattler wants to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Rattler. He's got it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
These two teams all tied after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a 1st down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. And they'll run for it with Miller. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They'll drop to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Marquez Valdez-Scantling there to make the grab. And the Saints have taken the lead.
Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that 1st touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's O'Connell. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll go Madison up the middle. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here's 3rd and 9. Fakes the handoff. Now O'Connell to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's to the 15. And finally down at the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Going to run with Madison again. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
58 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack.
Tyree Wilson using that athletic ability to make the play.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Back to throw. Underneath for Miller. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, the Saints turn to their new man, Matthew Hayball, to punt.
As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. A first carry for Amir Abdullah. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
tackle made by Chase Young.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Over the middle, hooks up with the tight end Bowers.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
On the handoff, it's Madison to about the 35, 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. This is screen to Abdullah. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Quick move by Miller. Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 2.
Again, it's Miller. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
To the air is Rattler. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
So on 4th down, Matthew Hayball on to punt.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They start the drive with Abdullah. Able to fight through 1 tackle.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A shotgun handoff. This is Abdullah. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
O'Connell from the gun on 3rd down.
Taking a shot here for Marshall. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That's taken on the 25. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Valdez-Scantling in motion left.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
80 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now Rattler. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. In motion left is Wilson.
Throwing is Rattler.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Now back to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
Now the Vegas offense heading back out there.
And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Throwing, O'Connell. Short throw caught by Bowers.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw, O'Connell.
is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. They're going to look to throw. There's a short one caught by Johnson. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll set up a throw. Again, it's Johnson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
To the air once more is Rattler. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 1 touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Miller running right. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Off the play fake. O'Connell. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
O'Connell working from the gun. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd down and a yard.
Looking to throw.
And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire.
7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
They'll look to throw again.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
2nd and 10. And Rattler, he'll throw again.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the 33, here's second down and 7. Here's Rattler.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down.
Rattler wants to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Rattler from the gun, third down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. They'll run. It's Miller. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. On first down, Abdullah. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line.
Brought down by Willie Gay.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Here's O'Connell looking to throw it.
A dump off for Abdullah. And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on for the 5th time here today. What a spin. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Off the play fake, it's Rattler.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Pretty good throw there by the rookie to move the chains.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Back to throw now on first down. And a completion to Wilson. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down. There it is, the defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight first down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
To the air is Rattler. Going right back to Wilson.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing once more, here's Rattler.
Steps away to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns.
I'm pretty sure that was a passing play, but he took off pretty quickly and ran with it.
Love his decisiveness on it because you're exactly right. He was supposed to go back in the pocket and survey the field and throw the football. But when that hole opened, he just said, forget it, let's go. And boy, did that work out well.
And the point after, good by Groupie.
And the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Raiders heading out to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Another carry now for Madison. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Now it's O'Connell. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big plays are out there.
Back to throw. O'Connell. This is caught by Tucker.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th.
Now O'Connell.
It's complete. Abdullah. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Running from the shotgun with Madison, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Tyrann Mathieu showing off a bit on that stop. Really nice tackle for loss.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now a give to Madison. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Raiders on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run with Madison. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Alexander Madison taking it in from 14 yards out.
And the Raiders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Now Rattler.
Pass incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rattler.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Back to throw again. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Rattler going to look to throw again. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So here we go. A big spot now for Blake Grupe.
This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
So after the field goal, back out is Grupe to send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And O'Connell now to throw.
He goes underneath to Abdullah. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's O'Connell.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Fakes the handoff. Now O'Connell to throw.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Fielded at about the 28.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
This is 2nd and 8. Here's Rattler.
He completes it to Wilson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Rattler wants to throw it. There's a short one caught by Johnson.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
They'll go play action here with Rattler.
A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a 1st down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a for sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turned.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Miller. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Miller trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And they'll give Miller another crack. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Kendre Miller
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
Well, now how about this return?
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Throwing, O'Connell.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. We've seen a bevy of those. This secondary, they've been pretty good, haven't they?
They certainly have. They've allowed the 1 touchdown through the air, and they're going to be upset about that later when they watch the game tape. But other than that, they've been absolutely rock solid.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. That is caught. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And that is incomplete here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
To the air again with O'Connell. To the sideline and incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Here's O'Connell looking to throw it.
He completes it to Abdullah. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
He's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.